You might read a scripture in Genesis, and the answer to it is in Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? The precepts jumped around like it's a puzzle. Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 11, for with stammering lips and other tongues will he speak.
Another or other?
Another, yeah.
Okay, split the words up. Okay, go ahead.
It says, I'll read it again, Salaki. It's Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
Yeah, and then when you deal with that word stammering lips, it's basically making like mockery, okay? Buffoonery. But the language that we speak today is English. So you have to go back to the Hebrew, but we're letting us know that we was going to speak another language. Okay, breaking down these scriptures. Go ahead.
So verse 12. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
Which is the scriptures. Go ahead.
And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear.
Yet they would not hear. Okay? That's 2/3 of Israel. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13. But the word of Yahawah by SHAM was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
See? It was a trap. So we're going to look up that word, fall back and broken. So the scriptures is precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, for a reason, man. Okay? The Most High, YAHAWASHI, set it up like that, man. So not everybody can get it.
Come.
So when we go back to Romans, the 11th chapter, and you deal with that word blinded, and when they try to get into these scriptures, they blinded, man, because it's precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, man. They out of there.
Come.
It said fall back and be broken. So that's why I was saying it's a curse if you don't understand these scriptures. Because if you don't understand these scriptures, then what the heavenly Father and Son gonna do to you? You're not part of the body. So what's the end game for you? He's gonna destroy you when he sends his son back. But this is the key. This is what heals you from being a bug out.
Yeah, it actually has word. This is Strong's H 268.
Yeah, that was Prince of the Air blowing your book. Yeah. Satan. I ain't feel no wind, but it was hitting you.
A whore. It says to backslide, the rear, backwards, hereafter, behind.
So what are they backsliding into? Their philosophy, their Christianity, their Islam, or whatever, they Egyptology, or being a Moor. They backslide into that and still trying to read the scripture. No, it don't work. Okay? Because it told you, when you read up, it said they drunk it with wine, strong drink. That wine and strong drink is in philosophy. So they backslide into that and try to read the scriptures. It ain't gonna work, man. Be broken.
And then just the word broken is Strong's H 7665. Shavev says to break in pieces, break in or down, rent violently, wreck, crush, quench, to break, rupture, to be broken.
You know what that is? You know what that's going into? Hey, your spirit is not whole, it's broken, man. You see? So when you get into them philosophies, and try to get into these scriptures, your spirit is not whole, it's all broken. You got demons on you. So when you try to get in these scriptures, it ain't gonna allow you to get in. You ain't gonna get no understanding of it because you precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So take heed to that, you brothers out there. You blessed when you understand these scriptures, man.
Come.
Yeah, the Most High ain't allowing certain people to get into it because he want them to continue on with that broken spirit with demons on it. Because it's not meant for them to get it. So that's why it's precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, and they fall back and be broken. It's their spirit, man, because they didn't went into that Islam, being a more Egyptology, with fake Christianity, and they consumed by it, man. And that stuff carried demons. Okay? See what you got? All right, so that's what I wanted out of there. Unless you can just find some more that's straight to the point. That's basically the gist of it.
Yeah, to be broken and shattered.
Yeah, to be broken and shattered, man. And see, when your mind is scattered like that, when you're a scatterbrain and your spirit is shattered like that, you ain't gonna get no understanding of scripture. You ain't gonna get it, man. So read that again.
It says, this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 13. But the word of Yahawah by SHAM YAHAWASHI was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
See that?
Come.
See that? So they spirit, they out of there, man. You know? So when we going back to Romans.
All right, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 9. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
See? So even though you try to tell somebody about these scriptures, if the Most High didn't set them up to where they would go in and search them out and they'd have that divine influence on the mind and they would have their mark, believe it through faith, they ain't gonna get it, man. They're gonna be out of there, man. Okay? Because the precept, scriptures is precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, man. They ain't gonna get it. Go ahead.
So verse 10, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see and bow down their back always.
See? Bow down their back always. If you bowing down your back always, right? When you deal with the scriptures, matter of fact, look up that word bow down your back. Because you basically not upright, man. Okay? Upright is on the right hand side of YAHAWASHI. When you bow down your back always, you're not upright. So you're on the left hand side. Okay? That's why Esau can hit you with any and everything with different kind of doctrine because you're not made whole. Okay? And you don't understand the scripture.
Bow down?
Yeah. Just pull out what you can pull out, bro.
It's Strong's G 4781. Sum canto. It's a metaphor to, it says to subject one to error.
See?
And hardness of heart.
See? Subject one to error, man. So if you're not upright, what are you in? Error, man. Okay? You're on the left hand side. See that? You're going off.
It says a figure taken from bowing to back, bowing the back by captives
Yeah, compelled.
Compelled to pass under the yoke.
See? So read that again.
So this is Romans chapter 11, verse 10. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
Yep.
This is the word always. Blue Letter Bible. Strong's G 1275. Diapataz. Second entry, Dia. And it's continuously, always, continually.
See? So they continue in that situation in error, man. Bowing down their back, man. They're not upright in the spirit, man. So read that again. That's why I wanted him to look up the word, because I know what they mean. But it's for edification for Jake, man. The spirits will build Jacob so they would, actually see the word coming out instead of me just telling them. And they're getting the routine to look it up themselves, man. You know? But read that again.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 10. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
Yeah, so they not upright. They in error, man. Okay? So if they in error, how they gonna get to understand the scriptures when they drunk on the philosophy of the world and it's precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. They out of there, man. You see? But to the elect have obtained it, have hit the target with a javelin or an arrow, meaning go in these scriptures and search them out through faith, they're gonna see it. And they're not gonna be carried away by every wind of doctrine. And the Most High, YAHAWASHI, is gonna increase it. So that's it on that. Give me Ephesians 4 and 14. Matter of fact, you start at 13.
It's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Till we all come in the unity of faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the statutes of the fullness of a Mashiach.
Go ahead.
Verse 14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Every wind of doctrine, man. These different philosophies, man. So somebody that don't have that divine influence of the mind, he'll be carried away by every wind of doctrine, man. Just like that guy you was talking to. Okay? And if he carried away by every wind of doctrine, who's the prince of the air? Satan. You see that when you read Ephesians 2, man? So those doctrines that's in the world is of Satan, man. This is the doctrine of YAHAWASHI. That's why I mentioned that, man. Those doctrines of the world is an adversary against YAHAWASHI, man. Because Islam is against YAHAWASHI. Being a Moor is against YAHAWASHI. Egyptology is against YAHAWASHI. Fake Christianity is against YAHAWASHI. It's those doctrines of Satan, man. You see? Those are doctrines of the adversary. That's what it is, man. So read that again.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, thereby they lie and wait to deceive.
Yeah, they trick you. See? They trick you, man. So start back up and read that again.
All right.
Start at
13.
Yeah.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 13. Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of a Mashiach.
So what it is the people that you encounter in the world and you get to talking to them about the scriptures, if it's not meant for them to get it, they ain't gonna get it. They gonna stay in error, man. And somebody else come along with a doctrine contrary to the scriptures, they gonna cling to that rather than clinging to the scriptures. That's what it's gonna be, because they in tune with the doctrine of Satan. The Most High haven't made them whole because they got a broken spirit. See, even though being humble, you have a broken spirit, but that broken spirit, what they have is on the left hand side.
Right.
It's not a broken spirit to where YAHAWASHI would allow you to see the truth. Okay, go ahead.
It's verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yo, they lie in wait to deceive, man. Because all those doctrines that they teach in the world, okay, contrary to the scriptures, is deceiving the people, man. It's deceiving the nigga Latinos and everything. They gone, man. They don't even consider YAHAWASHI. They so deep into them fake, in them doctrines of the world, man. Okay? And this is life. They can't even see it, man. See that? So we're gonna go to 1 Corinthians 3 and we're gonna start at 7. We start at 6. The key is at 6, but we'll read a little bit of that. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. Romans the 10th chapter, right? And faith come by hearing. When you hear this word, you also start to read it. Because your faith, that faith is put in you, and then when you start to read it, that's when the Most High give you that increase. So continue to read that in 1 Corinthians 3 and we at 6, yeah. But we're gonna look up that word increase.
Is that Apollos?
Yeah, Apollos.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6.
Well, really, you can start up at, the key is in 6, and I believe it's verse 7, but you can start up a little bit. Start up at, where it mentioned Paul. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 5. Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as Yahawah by Sham gave to every man. That says verse 6.
Gave to every man. Okay? Well, that's key. Yahweh by Sham gave to every man. Go ahead.
I have planted Apollos water.
I have planted Apollos water. Okay? Go ahead.
But the Most High gave the increase.
But the Most High gave the increase. So you thinking every brother got the same measurement? Nah, let's look that up. Okay? Every brother don't have the same measurement in the scriptures. It's different levels, man. And it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with another brother having more measurement than you. Ain't nothing wrong with that because that's the way the Most High set it up. Certain brothers can only handle certain things and do certain things in this truth, man. Okay? You'll push a brother to do something, he'll end up falling out, man. Okay? But you be patient and work with a brother. It's the Most High that get an increase, not man. I mean, you can encourage brother to do something, but you gotta be patient with it, man. You gotta suffer with it, man. That's part of being a leader, man. YAHAWASHI had to suffer with the disciples, man. There was certain times where he had to pull the disciples aside and say, look, this is what this means, this is what this means. You know what I'm saying? And look at Paul. When you look at Paul, Paul labored more than the other disciples. Look at all these books that Paul wrote to the churches and to the Israelites. Paul had a larger increase, a larger measurement, man. Look at the book of Obadiah. It's a powerful book, but look how small it is. Look at the book of Ezekiel. They had different measurements. Okay? Look at Ezra. He had a big measurement, man. Ezra had a big measurement. But go ahead, bro.
So increase. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 7. Oksana says to cause to grow.
See? It's the Most High. YAHAWASHI calls men to grow. Go ahead.
It says to increase, become greater, to grow, increase.
It's up to YAHAWASHI. Show them, man. Because they'll say you made it up, bro. They'll say you made it up, man. If you don't show Jake, man.